Welcome back. Personal finance site NerdWallet made its public debut today on the NASDAQ, trading under the ticker NRDS. The share initially priced at $18. Joining us now is Chen, NerdWallet CEO from the NASDAQ. Congratulations, sir, to you. A big day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a big milestone for NerdWallet.
And why now? Why was the right time now? Because it's a crowded space when it comes to IPOs. Some of them do well, some of them not so well.
Yeah, great question. You know, we as NerdWallet have spent 12 years building a trusted brand around financial guidance. And we've been finding that consumers and small businesses want us to help them in more ways. So we're really focused on that expansion now, more verticals, more geographies. And so we really thought it'd be a great time to access the capital markets to accelerate that growth.
I want to talk more about those verticals and that growth in a moment. But first, take a look at that stock performance today, Tim. I mean, the stock right out of the gate up 90%. And in fact, the stock had to be halted, I believe, 3 different times since it became public. The stock now up about 64%. What are you hearing from the NASDAQ in terms of, why all this volatility? Why do you think this is happening day one?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't been paying close attention to that. News to me that it's been halted. We're really focused on the long term. So today is just a point in time. What matters in the long run is, executing on that mission and vision.
How does today's going public help you position yourself as far as your brand and what you want to do with it in the future?
Yeah, we have so many opportunities. Our brand is extensible, right? I started off this company as a spreadsheet of credit cards, helping my sister sort through the noise. And that same problem exists in every single financial decision you make. It could be choosing Medicare. It could be choosing homeowners insurance. It could be figuring out how to fill out your W-2 form. All of those things are problems that NerdWallet is tackling at scale. And so we really appreciate the opportunity to share ourselves with the public and have the public help us accelerate that growth.
I'm curious what kinds of trends you're seeing right now. Who's coming to the site more, and what kinds of advice are they seeking out?
Yeah, certainly 2020 was a very disruptive and unusual year because of the pandemic. And when you layer on the fact that, there was government assistance and government stimulus, it brought a lot of, for example, small business to the site, trying to understand PPP and how to qualify and apply for those loans. It brought a lot of consumers who are trying to understand how to restructure their financial situation and, apply for some of this aid. And on top of that, there is, our core demand around things like credit cards, mortgages, homeowners insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, et cetera. So it was a year where we saw big user growth, very, very unusual time for people.
And tell me, how has your workforce evolved during the pandemic? Has it been a situation where you've had people working from home, or have they been a hybrid sort of situation for you?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, huge thank you to the nerds who trooped through 2020 with us. We went fully remote in February of 2020. And we've largely been that way since. We did, in a limited way, open up the office for people who did want to come in, starting later in the year. But we've moved to a fully remote first culture. I think it's had a huge impact on our scalability as a company in certain ways. We've started hiring most of our employees outside of the Bay Area, and we've welcomed in 2 acquisitions during that time frame, one in New York and one in the UK. So it's been quite a transformative year for us as well, operationally speaking.
Tim, let's talk about the bottom line, especially now as a publicly traded company. People are going to be scrutinizing that. I know that NerdWallet is 100% free for users. Talk to us about how you get paid and plans to increase monetization.
Yeah, that's right. We're free to users. We are a matchmaker between consumers and small businesses and financial products. And when we match consumers and small businesses with the right products, that's great for everyone. In terms of increasing monetization, we see opportunities to deepen the ways in which we offer guidance. We got into loan brokering, for example, with our acquisition of Fundera in 2020 in small business. So we're taking share there from loan brokers in their local communities, just as an example. And we see other opportunities to get into areas outside of that, other types of brokering and advisory and helping consumers and small businesses directly.
And looking forward, what are some of the challenges that you think you will face in this space, and how much competition do you see that you have?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, what we're sitting in the center of is an explosion of choice for consumers and small businesses. Fintech companies are competing with incumbent banks, and there are just so many options to choose from. And so that's really one of the trends and tailwinds behind our industry. So most fintech companies and banks are our customers. We actually have very few competitors in the digital realm. Our core set of competitors are actually humans. We're talking about bankers, advisors, agents. You're asking your friends and family for help, even your social media feed, or just not seeking help or clarity at all. So that's really where we're taking share from and seeing a lot of room to benefit as we continually move from offline to online.
And tell me, is NerdWallet a profitable company yet, Tim? And where do you see some of the pain points for your company going forward?
Yeah, NerdWallet has historically been profitable most of the years we've been in existence. We were bootstrapped for the first 6 years, and that really sits in our DNA. You know, we see a huge opportunity to expand and help more people in more ways. So we've at times really invested in that. And so, yeah, we look forward to continuing to be disciplined in the future.